Hi, general psychology students. Let's continue our memory lecture, now focusing on the process of storage. Now, our memories are impressive in storage capacity. It is literally limited in that your brain only has so many neurons, so you could conceivably use every single neuron up. However, from a practical standpoint, we are never going to reach the limits of our capacity in terms of storing memories. So, to give some comparison, our brains can store about 100 terabytes of information. When we look at the printed collection of the Library of Congress, so this is the largest library in the United States, there are only about 10 terabytes of information in that collection. And our brains, again, can store 100 terabytes. That is impressive. As your book says, if our memory worked like a video recorder, which it doesn't, but if it did, and you were to press record and let the recorder go all day long, every single day, for 300 years, then you would reach our capacity for memory storage. So again, in our lifetimes, this is never going to happen. The kinds of information that we store are in the form of implicit and explicit memories. Implicit memories are your memories for procedures and skills. These are how to do something, and you might not be able to declare or state exactly how to do it. So if you have an automatic memory for how to play the piano, or if you have an automatic memory for how to drive a manual car, or perhaps an automatic memory, like me maybe, for how to do your high school fight songs dance. Well, that's the implicit memory. You might not be able to teach somebody, but you can still do the procedure. And this is in contrast to explicit memory. Explicit memories are your memories for facts and information and experiences. And these are consciously known. You should be able to talk about them or call them up out of your long-term memory to discuss. Now, in my example here, I'm talking about Clive, and you're going to watch a video of Clive Waring. He is a man who has some severe amnesia that has damaged his explicit memory. He is not able to recall details of his life. However, he still has some preserved implicit memory. He's able to do some things that he's learned, like play the piano, even though he's not consciously aware that he can. The way that our memories are stored is through neural communication. So think back to that first lesson we talked about with how neurons communicate to each other. What happens when you make a memory is a specific sequence of neurons is activated. So let's say it's neurons A, B, and C store a memory for your first birthday. Well, that doesn't make sense. For your 8th birthday. So when you were experiencing that, you were lighting up or activating neuron A, B, and C. And now when you try to remember what happened on your 8th birthday, what your brain needs to do is activate those same neurons in the same order. So needs to get to neuron A to B to C. Now the more we practice remembering something, or the more we rehearse, the stronger memory we make, right? And what ends up happening neurologically is those neurons fire together and then they wire together. So they make very strong, reliable connections with each other through that repetition. So in terms of memory storage, we really don't have a limit to the capacity, so any memory errors we have are probably not due to storage. It's probably some other process that is having some kind of issue. The kinds of information we store are important information and those implicit and explicit memories, and all of this is stored as synaptic changes, and our memory is recollected through neural communication.